It all started about 2 years ago when I got pregnant. The pregnancy went well, and I felt great. But already in the second month I started to sleep terribly. I could constantly hear footsteps in the next room, someone climbing on the drawers of the table, on the bags. We lived then in a communal apartment, and so at first I thought it was the neighbors. Alas, even with the door locked, everything repeated itself. Prayers did not help, holy water also, the priest, too. In the 4th month I began to notice that the footsteps were already approaching my bedroom door and stopped. Then the door began to open and I began to feel the presence of something very close by. Gradually this something took more and more open steps in my direction. By month 9, I knew what his hands were like, or what this creature had in place of them. I knew its breath, its approach, its body weight, and it was eerily terrifying to go on living. One night this something did possess me. It was useless to resist it. I guess this is where the phrase rings true. The details of that night are still nauseating to remember, but after that everything stopped. I gave birth to a healthy son and enjoyed motherhood, almost forgetting about the unpleasant guest. But he did not make himself long to wait. When the baby was 2 months old, at night I woke up from a terrible scream. Manesh stood next to the bed usually, now it was at a distance of half a meter, and the grate on my side is broken somehow unnaturally. The baby fell to the floor and screamed, and woke me up, although I sleep very sensitive. It became unbearable. Every night something terrible happened, and it was connected with the baby. It was on him in an incomprehensible way pillow, and I managed at the very last moment to remove it, then around his neck tangled towel, although independently he would not have been able to reach it in any way, and when swaddled for the night stopped, in general found in his crib, then forks, then knives, and not ours. Changing apartments in our city is not so easy. The fact that I am a single mother helped, and some kind people found me. Moving to a new apartment, I breathed freely and easily. For the first time that night, I slept well for such a long time. I guess it was a gift from above. But the next night I heard heavy breathing and a barely audible "found" next to me. That's when I realized it wasn't the apartment at all. Since then, every night passes in fear for myself and my son. I sleep only during the day, I can't sleep at night. Almost on the verge of a nervous breakdown. There's someone everywhere, and I know that this night he'll be there too. He'll be lying behind me and breathing down my back, and I'll be praying to God to save my son, who is not guilty of anything. Mystery Stories Open Book.